Hmm.
Aloha and welcome after a bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah, after experiencing for the first time the wish for someone to have told me, "Have you tried turning it on and off again?" earlier.
Yeah, that should obvious. That is always the first step in troubleshooting, and I really should open that up. Now you can see me.
Yep.
It should always be the first step in troubleshooting.
Hmm.
Okay, so after that bit of difficulty, now we can get started.
Hmm.
Wouldn't that be lovely? So, welcome to today's episode with our Saturday group, and including Cybercat, who is playing Felix.
Is this
And
where I'm supposed to say something?
yeah, why don't you introduce Felix?
Something.
Oh, I'd much rather not. He went a little crazy after the season finale.
Oh right, I forgot we haven't introduced the characters yet. I forget
Yeah,
to the stream. I forget about that.
yeah. And so Cyber's going to pass on that because Felix has gone a little bit crazy. Uh, okay, Rude, how about you introduce your Saturday character, Tira?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yep. Playing playtest Psycho Warrior homebrew. So human maybe.
Human baby. Maybe he says.
You know, just like me after that entire shtick with the captcha.
Yeah. And Evelyn.
Yeah, that is Evelyn. They're a funky little owl that used to be a bit mildly insane, but you know now they're pretty chill.
Pretty chill.
Yeah, you know it's fine. It's just a few murders here and there.
Yeah, after she realized just how insane Xulgoth is. And with today's episode is the other side of the story that began on Tuesday with Forbidden Love.
Which I didn't watch.
Well, I'm going to give you a rundown of just what happened on that episode. Previously on Forbidden Love, Koi and Ira were arrested by the Magi Guard under the charge of a law that has not been enforced in years, one that forbids adultery and same-sex relationships. But how did Stormbreak, the Pharaoh of Almana, even know about the relationship, and why would he suddenly enforce a law after so many years? That is why Crystal enacted the Calrunian rite of challenge in order to lure the Pharaoh and a large contingent of his palace guard away from the palace to allow that party time to infiltrate and see what they could find. But what they found sent chills down their spines. For they found Xulgoth himself. And they also found that he seems to be searching for something. Something called the Black Aegis. Now, Crystal calls in the cavalry as she realizes she walked right into Xulgoth's trap. Xulgoth has been planning this for a long time. And that is where you three come in. Bifrost, he's been dealing with some stuff since the conversion, since the traumatic experience of that night. And he is currently in Zulamba tending to funeral rites for some Sabretooth who lost their lives that day. Felix, Tira, and Evelyn, you three arrive at the Colosseum, where you find that Tanawin is fighting a whole range of different beasts, a whole range of different Mystimon. It seems, since the last time this Kalrunian challenge was enacted, Stormbreak's been building up his his stores, so to speak. And he's got all manner of beasts, and currently Tanawin is fighting off a Megazord, which is a huge red dragon. And when you arrive, Crystal says, Crystal kind of ushers you off to the side, and she says, I am so sorry. I normally wouldn't have called you in like that, but we are in the middle of some dire circumstances. Xulgoth is at work again. And she motions for you to follow her, and she shows you what looks to be a bomb. And Felix says he'll be right back. That is alright.
Hey, we just got here.
Things happen, you know.
When someone is BRBing, I usually just use the explanation that their character is zoning out.
So, Crystal shows you what looks to be a bomb. And she explains, I had the other group of investigators, I had them infiltrate the Pharaoh's palace in order to find something, anything that might explain all of this, why the hell he is doing all of this, and get Koi and Ira out of this. But they found Xulgoth himself. We think he's been worming his way into the Pharaoh's good graces and whispering madness into his ears. Something I hear that you are familiar with. And she motions to you, Evelyn.
Unfortunately, that is the case.
What do you think he's planning?
Can I use my lure for the Scions of the Void here?
Sure. Absolutely. 29. That is an awesome roll. That is an awesome roll.
Mm-hmm.
So, you think explosives might be a little too flashy for even Xulgoth. It might be a little too much. That's all right, Felix. It might be a little too much. And you don't think it seems like something he would really do.
I don't believe that these explosives are the main attraction, so to say, in his terms. He's definitely planning something else. Explosives seem a little too flashy even for him. And I realize that may be a little hard to believe considering how he is.
He did summon a kaiju-class Mystimon.
That he did.
Tira says, could be a ruse for a much bigger event. And Felix says, too flashy for Xulgoth, you say?
Yeah, it is hard to believe, but it's the truth.
And Felix replies, I didn't know that was possible.
I suppose I learn something new every day.
Indeed, says Crystal. And I actually concur with Evelyn here. Even though he's summoned a kaiju-class Mystimon, a creature that we're not even sure is even a Mystimon, we're not even sure it's of this planet. Xulgoth is always more theatrical than that. He's always about the next big show, so to speak.
And on those terms, I don't suppose there would be much of an audience really for this show if we were to consider this explosion one of his tricks, but
Yes.
Well, we can see he has a big audience. If we're gonna pull it off.
Crystal motions to the stands. A bit smaller of an audience than you might believe. At least inside here. You might have passed by it as you entered the Colosseum. There are crowds of people outside protesting all of this. Seems Kwai and Ira have more support than they realize.
Can we go outside to look at the protests, see if could be any threats out there?
Yeah, as you... Crystal shows you kind of an outlook that outlooks the outside of the Colosseum, and she shows you up there, and as you look out on these crowds, there are crowds of people holding signs and shouting, and they all seem to be protesting this whole farce and protesting the very fact that Stormbreak is even doing this. But you
Since I'm looking out,
make a perception check.
Just her?
Any of you
I want to
can.
reroll that.
And our first story point of the day is being spent. 21.
Well, it's better than 2.
And Evelyn is spending a story point because she's not going to be happy with a 1.
There we go.
That's much better. We have a 23 and a 34. As you look out there, it seems pretty docile. Especially given the fact that if any of you have lore in Kalrune or anything like that,
Nope.
I
do have a pretty decent society.
Felix has
modifier.
Kalrune lore. Felix has Kalrune lore. How about you roll that for me, Felix? 27. So Felix, you remember that years back, when whatever Stormbreak were to do things that were especially not popular, you remember that it actually at one point almost sparked a civil war with the people of Kalrune and all over Almanac rising up against Stormbreak's reign, and it almost came to the point of a civil war. But this here seems more docile. It doesn't seem quite on the verge of a civil war. These people don't seem violent at all. They are just protesting what they perceive as unfair.
I see.
Unfair BS, Tira says. And Felix says the last time Stormbreak did something, the last time Stormbreak did something like this, it almost sparked a civil war here. Felix responds, let's hope this doesn't escalate much more than this. I would concur.
Since I'm already looking at the crowd, I just wanted like a good scan to see if I see anything out of the ordinary that shouldn't be on the streets.
Sure. You can go ahead and make me another perception check. As you take a very close look.
I'm stuck with that.
Not that close of a look, though.
I must have sneezed and didn't see everything.
Yeah, Tira doesn't see much of anything. That seems out of place.
May I also?
Sure, go ahead. We might note that Evelyn is blind, but she's found ways to combine her senses and use a magical item to sort of give her some sort of sight. It's a little bit like Daredevil, I would say.
I was about to say that, so okay, Daredevil.
True, yeah.
Where you got a little baton, you just tap the ground, and you sense everything like a bat.
It's more of a magical item that sees for her.
Yeah. So she rolls a 25. With that 25, you think you catch a glimpse out of the corner of your eye of someone in what looks like a circus uniform, but you can't. The minute you turn your head over that direction, they're gone. Excuse me.
There is a chance that I've seen someone that at least has a semblance of Xulgoth's appearance nearby, but
What if? What if the main show is good to excite the crowd and start something? I don't want.
that much is true.
Crystal responds, it definitely does seem like perhaps Xulgoth wanted to gather a large crowd of people here.
Crystal says some certain item look like a bomb. Can I take a close look at it?
Sure, you can make me a perception check. Or you can use craft and too, that works. And Felix is typing. 18. Felix is going to join in on that with a 24.
And I don't see why I wouldn't. This is my first time playing a character with good perception. I might as well use it.
Okay, so they're all going to take a closer look at this device. And that is a 30 from Evelyn. So, Tira doesn't know what to make of it. But Felix and Evelyn, it sort of seems like a bomb, but at the same time it doesn't, in a way. You're not too sure what to make of it, but it might... Maybe. I don't think you really want to take chances to find out, do you?
Shake my head. No, I don't want to find out if it's a bomb or not. Yeah, one of the glitters probably be friggin' hot frosters.
There might be a chance that this bomb could be simply an illusion to distract us, but...
How about all of you make perception checks, kind of surveying the area around this device, whatever it is. That's a 25 from Tira, 34 from Evelyn, and 13 from Felix. Felix seems a little too distracted with the device.
Distracted by the glitter.
Evelyn, you just made a critical success.
Fog.
That is a critical success. And Evelyn, your senses are immediately drawn towards your left. And as you look over in that direction, and you kind of go over in that direction, you find something that you know all too well. And I'm going to need you to make me an occultism check or an appropriate lore skill. I do know you have several lore skills.
Well, if I don't know what it is, there's not much of what I would know is appropriate, but...
You have Necrospirits, you have Scions of the Void, you have Yagla. Scions of the Void or Necrospirits would be appropriate.
Give me anyone then, it's the same modifier.
26.
Come on, DC's lower on... on lore. Let there be
So-
a success.
You think this is some kind of ritual sigil? It looks like a circle with a triangle in the middle, and there are 3 smaller circles on each side of the triangle. It seems to you like some kind of ritual circle or something like that.
I do not mean to alarm anyone. However, I could not help but notice the circle nearby to us happens to be one of a ritual. Now, as for the nature of that ritual, I would unfortunately not be able to tell.
Yeah, I'm actually going to give this to you, a part of your lore skill. You think that this is just a part of a larger ritual, because this is a small ritual sigil of some kind.
Mhm.
It looks like from your recollection, it looks like there could be more of its type scattered about the area.
However, its size indicates to me that it is at least one of many, and perhaps part of a larger ritual. If we intend to disrupt it, it might be useful to us to look for the others.
Felix says, it still weirds me out that you can see sometimes, Evelyn, but you bring up a good point.
Trust me, these blindfolds are the things that allowed me to see, and they took a while to make.
Indeed, they did.
Okay, so we know what we're looking for, so kind of spread out a little bit, see if we can find the rest of them. Find others, if there's others.
I suppose so. I mean, what better option do we have?
Crystal says that seems like the most prudent course of action. While you do that, I'm going to go see to Ira and Kwoi. I want to make sure that they're okay. They are here in the Colosseum. Felix says, any idea how far they'll be spread? You think that they could be spread over the entire Colosseum, if not further?
Over all of the Colosseum, I'm afraid, if not further.
Yeah, you think there could be a chance it could be spread out over the entire city, which is not something you'd put past Xulgoth.
There is a minimal but existent chance that they could be spread throughout the entire city. It may be a small chance, but it is one that we must be prepared for. Such is the nature of chaos, after all.
Well, we do have Felix. He's fast on his feet, literally.
Yeah, Crystal heads off and leaves you to it. She's going to go make sure that Kwoi and Ira are safe.
Okay, we found this diagram. Which part of it is the other Colosseum is in?
So this diagram is in the western corner portion of the Colosseum.
Hey, Evelyn, you know something about these? The item, which is generally the center point of these ritual circles. generally points to? Do you like the source points inwards, or do you usually point outwards or odd directions?
Hmm. That is a good question. What did you say again? I zoned out for like the last part of it.
Imagine the what direction of the source usually at the portion of the outer port is usually pointed. Does the source of the material of the points of the original diagram usually inwards or the outwards?
Can I try to roll an occultism check for that stuff?
Sure.
Here we go, my best skill. Come on.
At 28.
That's not bad.
And this is one that she has master proficiency in.
Plus a pendant of the occult.
So, you think that you would probably need to find other ritual sigils like this to be able to circumference where the center point would be. So far, you only have one.
You gotta use whatever strategies you have to get ahead.
Yep. Felix says that's how you are a point ahead of me in occultism. Yeah. She is a master proficiency. Being that they're all 7th level, they now have access to master proficiency. Legendary proficiency will come at 15th level.
Alright, I suppose that we're gonna have to search for the other ones to even know and be able to circumference, or we could at least get an idea from looking at another single one. That should be enough.
Alright, since this is not the west end, I'm going to check the north end while Felix go ahead check your way once.
Yeah, you're at the western corner of the Colosseum, so you could easily get to the northern end of the Colosseum. To get a general idea of what the Colosseum is like, kind of think sort of like the Roman Colosseum, but with Greek architecture.
Okay, it's a circle.
Yeah. And Felix says, "Alright, well, I'd better get started canvassing the Colosseum," as Felix takes off with magically boosted speed. Oh, great, we have the Flash!
Yeah, Stag just all of a sudden, my hair just starts to flies out. Oh, what the hell?
My name is Felix Hairthclaw, and I'm the fastest man alive.
And that's not a copyright strike ready to happen.
It was a completely original sentence. I did not mention any copyrighted content.
As I understand it, parodied content is okay.
Evelyn looks at Tira. Do you suppose that it's a good idea to separate?
Yeah, Tira's hood is just falling off her head.
Yeah, my hood just went. Hey, where's Felix go? I see a little stag charge from the ground. So, oh, okay. Well, it's the fastest way to look for it, but hoping we don't run into some serious shit.
Yeah.
So just like quick find and report back.
Right. So how about you all roll initiative so we can go through the list by initiative count. Almost hit a 20 there, a 34. And a 26 from Evelyn. And a 26 from Tira.
Fitting for both of us to be on the same pace, but Felix just sped
What's
off.
your AC?
24?
I mean the Dex mod.
Dex mod.
Oh, +2.
Same thing. So should we both reroll?
1d2 if it 1d4 if it's 1 or 2 it's you first, and if it's 3 or 4 it's me first.
That's fair.
Right?
There you go.
So you got evens?
1 and 2, she said. 1 and 2, her. 3 and 4, you. She said.
Nope, it's the opposite. 1 and 2 you, 3 and 4 me.
Okay, okay.
So Tira goes first.
So it is Tira first.
Okay, Felix, then me, then Evelyn for this round.
Yep.
And we'll roll again on the next round.
No, just keep it.
And Felix, start us off.
Oh yeah, now's probably a good time to ask Seth.
Sure.
So did the ritual in downtime go okay?
It did go okay, and you could understand Ira was very concerned. She came back like every 5 minutes or so just to check,
Right.
because she was very worried about Koi.
Right, then I just have a grimoire floating around me.
So Felix, start us off. Felix is typing something. Felix's total speed right now is 45 feet. What am I rolling? Perception check, please. Let's see if he's going a little too fast.
Yeah, he trips over the found it.
17. Yeah, he might be going a little too fast because he's not picking up a whole lot.
Nobody tell him I can cast haste on him.
Alright, I won't. I just want to see how fast you gotta go.
Absolutely nobody tell him.
I could do that myself if needed.
Oh god, we're doomed.
As long as you don't run in a circle that's create a damn dust devil.
Alright, Seth, how many
Or a
feet
freaking
of speed
tornado.
does he need to how many feet of speed does he need to be able to time travel?
Maybe 8.
500 maybe? I don't know.
Alright.
I would have
We have a goal.
88 miles an hour, he says.
Alright, we have
This is not
we have
Back
a
to the
goal
Future.
We have an objective.
Okay, we need a light rod.
Everyone open Path Builder 2E now.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Alright, back to the,
Anyway.
back to the whole,
Xulgoth tried to destroy the universe thing.
yeah, back to that whole thing.
Just one check out of me, or am I looking with all 3 actions? You could you could go ahead and try again.
You can do it. I believe in you.
21. Yeah, you're not coming up with a whole lot there.
We've been rolling an uncanny amount of 10s in the die today.
And 20, yeah, not... Felix doesn't come up with a whole lot there. And I'm going to pass the puck to Tira. Tira's typing something. If you use all actions for movement per turn, you would be hitting 135 feet per round. Damn.
If you have haste, that goes up to 170.
Oh my gods.
Actually, no, 180. I promise I'm good at math.
Alright. Tyr is moving as fast as you can. Like my base speed is 30, so 30 times 3, 90 feet. I'm hauling butt towards the north end of the Colosseum. Try to see if I
Okay.
can find anything.
Alright, so...
I'm not fast as Felix. I know that.
You hauled butt over to the north end of the Colosseum and make me a perception check.
No, I tripped over and missed the lash. Where was I going?
You kind of ran into a crowd of nobles, and they kind of push you away and are like, watch where you're going.
Sorry. I do that little peasant thing and I want to head down. So, sorry. Go around.
With haste, that's 20 miles an hour. Well, they clocked the T-Rex at 25 miles an hour. Wait, wrong franchise.
But yeah, you do just straight up run 20 miles an hour with haste.
Evelyn?
I mean, I'm gonna do the same. Gonna walk around, try to perception my way through stuff.
Oh my bloody hell, did you... Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
The stupid thing went and closed my map. My mini map. There we go. We got the mini map back. Stupid thing. Anyways. 32 kilometers per hour for being scientific about things. Okay, so Evelyn rolls a 24 with perception. And where exactly are you looking?
I'm following Tira and trying to look in spots that Tira isn't.
Okay. So, you find another painted circle. This one has 3 triangles in it.
I see. Can I use it to try and triangulate location of any others?
Um, sure. Make me an occultism check.
I was already preparing to say, well, it was worth a shot, but then you said sure, so.
And that is a 25. So with 25, you think the next one could be on the eastern end?
Tira, I believe I know where the other one might be.
Use the comms.
Right, follow me. And then we're doing that. Well. Meanwhile, Felix.
Yep, Felix.
You know, Felix has already gone there, come back, went to buy a drink, and then come back to the Colosseum again.
He's Sonic the Hedgehog now.
$23. Complete with blue dice. Are you trying the old trick of changing your die color? Give me a second. Game Mastery Guide.
1,000.
Don't be an ass. Says, nah, they were blue to start with. So with 23, you find another one. This one's on the southwestern side of the Colosseum. And this one is actually a little bit different. This one, it has a circle, but it has 3 small circles in the middle. And in between there is a diamond. And the location of this one kind of catches you off guard. Because it's like pretty nearby to where the Pharaoh is. And you're right now in the middle of a huge contingent of palace guards. Felix activates his comstone to let Tira and Evelyn know about this anomalous rune.
Okay, we found that one to the east. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't got to the
This is the
north yet.
This is the southwestern one. It's one in the southwestern side of the Colosseum, not to the east.
Well, it is like triangulating ways. I probably need to go further east in the northwest because it's a good triangle.
Yeah. This one doesn't look like the one by the bomb. Circles and circles and such. Evelyn, you can make an occultism check.
Alright.
Let's see if she can make it. Yeah, you don't know what this could be. And Felix rolls a 28. So 28 isn't quite enough to either, because neither of you have can come up with an idea of what this could mean. Seems like you may need more information to narrow down what the hell Xulgoth is up to. And meanwhile, Felix, you've got palace guards kind of eyeing you suspiciously.
You can ask the palace guard. Wait a minute. I just realized I'm not there.
Felix says, Felix tries stubbornly to ignore them. And one of them comes up to you, and he says, "What business do you have here?" Well, I am with the Wayfarer Society trying to stop some sort of large-scale something bad. He's looking at you very suspiciously. Make me a diplomacy check. 23. He's eyeing you for a good minute. Then he says, "Very well, carry on. I'm watching you."
Quick, do some tricks.
Run around them
My
really
character.
fast to make them dizzy. Make them just.
It might be best.
Has Felix even let us know that he found one of the rooms?
Yeah, he did. And then he had a run-in with a guard.
Now I hate to be the person who sabotages myself here, but is the lady running around with the floating grimoire around not raising any suspicion?
You're not anywhere near where the guards are mostly positioned.
Okay, thank God. I have -1 in diplomacy.
Felix says, "Alright, well, if you need to know what's going on, I'll let you know. See ya."
Yeah, he's gone, except for that outline of smoke of dust behind him.
Yep. Tira.
Okay, I should be quite close to the north end, but I don't see anything, right?
Make me a perception check. Felix says he'll be back in voice shortly. 31, that is much better. And with that 31, you find another one. But this one's pretty different too. This one looks sort of like an Ouroboros, you think?
Yeah, I'll just pop out of comm stone and say, "Hey, F, found it." It's kind of weird. What was the shape again?
An Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. I don't recognize.
Kind
that
of like
description.
a snake eating its own tail.
Yeah.
Oh, infinite symbol type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That is quite odd.
You can try that occultism check again.
Me?
Yep.
Great.
23. Yeah, it's still not enough to go on. You're not quite sure what is going on here.
We said all my good rolls in the beginning of the session. No.
I mean, that's not how statistics work, but
Yes, it is.
Does these symbols seem like they're in a triangle?
Not really.
So I missed the fourth. Maybe the fourth.
So
Now, I
far,
have a
you've
question.
found about 4 of these. And like the one all the way in the southeast corner kind of threw off the triangulation.
Now, I have a question. Would I be able to tell if any of those symbols can be like disrupted by if any ritual related to those symbols on the ground can be like even partially disrupted by just kind of destroying the symbol and stuff around it.
You're not entirely sure because you're not sure what exactly you're even dealing with here.
it could explode or activate when you touch it.
Yeah, you're not sure what you're dealing with here. Tira says whoever laid these down sure as hell was no cartographer. Well, to be fair, Xulgoth himself had said that he just does things. He's never claimed to really plan anything out. He just does things in a chaotic manner.
Well, since I'm still on my comms, I'm asking the Fs about what could possibly trigger these by the standpoint where you're at.
Do I know the answer to that?
You're not sure. You still don't know what you're dealing with.
Unfortunately, I don't know.
I like to try to study where I'm at right now, see if there's any like source material, where it's at, if it's possible, any general idea that if I mess with it, it might set it off. If I don't mess with it, it's got some wait for what the main trigger could be?
Sure, you can try an occultism check at that one. Yeah, you're not sure.
Gotta roll pretty damn high for that damn thing. Figure that out. Damn, where's Rune? She's always has the book, and she's now a master of occultism.
Yeah, she's
as well.
She's currently dealing with matters of her own. She's currently dealing with whatever Xulgoth was doing at the palace.
Oh, dope. Oh yeah.
Suddenly
Can't call her.
Suddenly hear a loud sound that slightly resembles a door being busted open.
No, that's on the other
Oh,
side. That's kind of far away. That's
That's
like
way other side of town.
Not really. The palace is in the center of town. You're a few blocks away.
Oh, we're still too far anyways.
I have a mini map.
But
Yeah, the Colosseum is. Let's see here. Where is it? Colosseum's all the way up here in the northwestern part of the city. The palace is several blocks, or a few blocks away to the southeast. So what do we think? I think Tira's done with her turn.
yep.
Yeah. All I
Evelyn.
can do.
Evelyn.
Evelyn doesn't see much else to do besides just looking for more ritual circles.
Yep. $22. Yeah, you're not coming up with much here. You might try the other side of the Colosseum.
Yeah, Evelyn is gonna just inform Tira of that. Yeah, I'm going to go look for the other side of the Colosseum. Perhaps Chaos will favor me more in that occasion.
Alright, with that, Felix. Felix, aka the Flash. I believe he's still BRB.
No, I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
And less like the Flash, more... Because he is an Azure-scaled half-draglin.
Okay, more like Batman.
Just a really fast Batman.
Someone whose superpower isn't money.
Yeah.
Except with Felix, his superpower is psychic powers.
Alright. So, how far around has Felix gotten?
You have now gotten to the southern end of the Colosseum. It is a large structure. Very large structure and very old. when you were done dealing with that guard who was very suspicious of you, you kind of got out of there in a hurry.
Yes.
I'm
But I
on
had
that.
found one in the near vicinity, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think it's a safe assumption that there's not going to be another one right thereabouts.
Yeah, so you kind of got out of there in a hurry, and you're kind of moving, I think, towards the south end.
I'll be finishing heading up to the southmost point, and
Yeah.
then coming around to the eastern edge.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what he sees.
Let's see what he sees. Maybe you should slow down?
I don't know. It felt like we were in a bit of a time crunch.
You kind of are, you kind of aren't. I mean, as you look down at the stadium floor, you see Tailwind's kind of struggling with now a gig hazard.
Not my problem.
Yeah, you kind of look over to Crystal where she is next to Kawaii and Ira, and she's got her head in her face in her palm, kind of shaking her head. Gig Hazard is an even bigger red dragon. It is the evoed form of Megazard.
All right. Well, assuming I saw nothing other than the battle going on in the middle of the Colosseum,
Yeah.
I'll keep going.
Yeah. 24. You find another one. And this one kind of is like it's got 3 points. It's kind of like in the shape of maybe like daggers laid out in a sort of triangular fashion with each point in 3 points of a circle.
Points outward or points inward?
Points outward. It's
Okay.
best way to describe it is kind of like a wheel or something.
Well, I will make sure the rest of the party is aware of the new one I found and where it is in relation to the previous one I found, as well as the one over on the western edge.
Yeah. So we can get some occultism checks now. To see if we can now figure out exactly what is going on here.
Bruh.
And Felix says...
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. That happened.
No, it certainly didn't. It certainly did not.
Okay, Felix actually did it. Felix actually managed
Felix,
to...
I'm about to read the exact description of what this ritual is to you.
I take you have to be crazy to actually understand it. Okay.
I'm going to tell you exactly what the DC was, because this one, and the DC was supposed to scale downward as you found each of the circles. The DC started at 33, and it was supposed to scale down as you found more of the circles.
Okay, so this was enough
Or you can just
that I
not.
could have just bypassed the whole adventure of running around the Colosseum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just did. And with that critical success, you finally think you know exactly what is going on here. And
assuming I'm still on Comstones with the rest of the party, I'll share my information as it's revealed to Felix's player.
yeah, you think this could be really bad, and you might want to find out exactly where the puzzle pyramid from the convergence is. Who has that?
Unfortunately, we're all out of story points to spend. I have one of those to just, it's been in our inventory the whole time.
Turns out Evelyn stole it.
Yeah, as far I believe, as I recall, Bifrost has it.
Oh no!
And he's currently in Zulamba.
Worst
Well,
case scenario. Okay.
Don't.
Here's my argument.
All right.
I don't think something that important would be taken like all the way over there. I think it would have been at least left with the Spirit Bureau, right?
Yeah, but it probably got left in the bag full of Nakos.
Which is in Bifrost's chest.
Yeah, but I mean, look, as I said, something that important wouldn't be just left there. I mean, I'm sure someone would be cautious enough to mention and say, hey, you should leave that here. Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I tried.
long distance call.
I tried.
It's definitely not with you guys.
No.
Apparently not.
I could almost make the argument in Felix's favor, but it's already been resolved.
Yeah. Wherever the puzzle pyramid is, you might want to figure it out, because
The best I've got is all 3 Mythos tomes in my inventory right now on me.
Can you?
you're not
can I
supposed
borrow
to.
a story?
Felix, you were supposed to have you were supposed to have spread that out
Nobody
across.
asked to borrow one.
Evelyn doesn't even know they exist.
I think Bifrost asked for one. No, Tarek did. Yeah,
Okay,
I think Tarek did.
right. Was that the color by numbers? Yeah, that was the color by numbers. Alright, but I've got the other 2. I'll concede that.
Hey, Seth, can I borrow a story point real quick?
Sure. Why not?
Oh,
I'll
no.
give a story point to everyone.
I have one of those. I have one of those.
Okay, this is fun.
No, I'm not. I don't think that the
The
puzzle
items
pyramid is a
level
level
may
2
not
item.
exceed 1 per story point spent.
Yeah,
I give a one story point to everyone. That was not one with the group tag, is it?
It is.
Oh, it
I
is.
have one of those. Party. The party may spend 1 or more story points to remember that they brought a mundane item with them, to find one in the area, or to find something that makes a good improvised version. The item's level may not exceed 1 per story point spent.
Alright, Seth. What's the item level of the puzzle pyramid? Don't lie.
And more importantly, how mundane is it?
It's a magical item for sure. It's a magical item for sure. It is definitely a magical item, and it is an artifact, actually.
Yeah.
It was just used to seal a Hydra. You know, it might not. It might
Yeah,
be a
it's
slight bit away from mundane.
yeah, it's sealing Hydra is currently, and Hydra is a massive kaiju class Mystimon that we're not even sure is really a Mystimon, and it has 3 heads with they're sort of look alien-like, and it has tentacle-like tails. It is disgusting looking. It is ugly. It is jet black, and it has like 6 wings. It is ugly.
Evelyn would know. She
All right.
may have assisted a bit on that. But you know, it's fine. It's all in the past. It was like barely a month ago. You know, it's fine.
It was 4 months ago.
Yeah, you know.
So, if I have one of those isn't going to work, perhaps we could spend 3 story points to make it canon that there's another similarly functioning item here in Calroon somewhere.
Or to make it canon of where exactly it is. You can do that. Because we're not sure where it is.
Thought we had
We could make
established
it
it was
canon.
with Bifrost in a bag
could-
full of Nako.
We could make it canon that it just wasn't with Bifrost. That's also a. We don't have to make an entirely new one.
Sure, you can do that. It is pose the question to the party, and the party either agrees or disagrees.
We have it, not Bifrost.
We have it.
All right. Sounds like I'm outvoted, and instead of making a second one, we'll just
All I'm saying is
move
we
it.
don't know the consequences of making a second one. We don't know what the fucking thing is.
Yeah, you just
Well,
need to know
the
where
other-
that puzzle pyramid is.
The
Yeah,
other upside is we already know how to work the current puzzle pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We all we know is that we opened it near a Hydra and it just kind of went.
Like a Ghostbusters trap.
sorry,
Exactly.
yeah.
Ghostbusters ghost trap just slurps the giant monster into the tiny little box
Yep.
that only has 4 sides instead of 6 and isn't very box shaped.
It's not just a 4-sided die. It looks more like an 8-sided die.
It actually does look more like a 4-sided die.
Yeah, the one
It's-
that we originally have. Yeah.
It's a 3-sided pyramid.
So the
And-
next would be like a 8-sider.
And the reason why you wanted to know where that thing is
I'm
is
convinced
because
it's most likely to be on Felix's body if it was brought with us.
we're going to pose that as a question to the table. Does the table agree?
Or would it have been left at the ranch? No. Yes? I forget. Did we move in the last 4 months?
No, actually,
Evelyn
Crystal
did.
wants you to stay at the ranch.
Evelyn did.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we all just have to be in Calroon at this time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the question more is, does Felix have it as somebody who has gotten very involved and interested in the short term in eldritch things? Or did it get left at the ranch?
Okay, we got a storage unit at the ranch. We got a little slot that fits the artifact, so I can suck it out and put it in there. Okay, And we need our proton pack. We got Ecto 2, that's the ship. Where's Ecto 1? Oh, wait a minute. It broke down a long time ago.
First it was Scooby-Doo, now it's Ghostbusters. What's next?
And we left our proton packs charging at the ranch. So we can't be ghost busting today.
Well, wherever the pyramid is, you think this ritual involves that pyramid.
Oh. The
So-
ritual involves that, not the solution to the ritual, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh. That changes things.
Alright, did we hear something about the Black Aegis?
You...
The GM fooled us. We should have left it in Bifrost.
Well, you
Well,
kind of
you're-
want to know where it is.
Yeah.
True.
So...
Don't mind me. I'm just teasing you as usual.
Of course you are. Being paid in my butt, as usual. So, yeah. Crystal did inform you when you came in that Xulgoth seems to be searching for something called the Black Aegis.
Could the Black Aegis could be the same thing as that pyramid?
You're not sure. You could, of course, make recall knowledge checks.
I doubt Tira would know that, but
Recall knowledge checks with what skill?
That would be a good... That would be a good question.
Sorry. I was writing out a description for an item I may or may not have on my character. What was the question?
The question was, do we know what the Black Aegis is? You would need to make a recall knowledge check. What skill would that be? That is a very good question.
Like recall knowledge, I believe either uses lore or more generally picks an appropriate skill based on the type of knowledge being recalled.
Yeah.
So just as a gut feeling, I would point my finger at occultism.
For artifacts?
For
Now, this
Xulgoth
may be a
involved
stretch.
things.
For Xulgoth involved things?
But lore, but this may be a stretch. But lore Scions of the Void.
You could go ahead and try Scions of the Void.
Pog.
28. So... this would be more specifically to what you have heard within the Scions of the Void when you were with the cult. And you've heard the Black Aegis mentioned once or twice, particularly by Xulgoth. So you know that it was something that he was interested in even before now. But you were never able to get an answer as to what exactly it is. You didn't even know that it may have been an artifact. The information that it could be an artifact, that came from what the other party were able to find at the palace. They found records that he was searching through the artifact and relic records in the records hall in the palace. So, before now, you didn't even have a glimpse that it could be an artifact. You didn't know exactly what it was. But you've heard it mentioned a couple of times.
Alright. I have heard mention of this Black Aegis artifact a few times in my time in the Scions. However, it was not something I was particularly involved in, its use specifically, so I wasn't able to learn much about it, even if I tried. However, I can say that Xulgoth has had interest in this artifact for quite a bit of time now, even before all of this.
And what do the others say to that?
We need to get the fucking pyramid at the ranch, boys.
Should probably hope that it's there. Although with the weird crap that goes on at the ranch, is that really the safest place for it?
Maybe one of the goblins ate it.
I mean,
No,
even the goblins aren't the weirdest things that go on at the ranch.
True.
Tira, Felix, what do you make of this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I'm not certain at the moment whether bringing the puzzle pyramid here only plays into Xulgoth's hand, rather than is a device to sabotage him once again.
Perhaps it is better for us to secure it before anything else. The puzzle pyramids you to speak of, and assuming it is the same one I saw you using in the day of the convergence.
Yeah, it would be that one.
I see. Whoa.
I suppose
Our fate
people
has
can
been decided.
I suppose people can hear when I roll dice now.
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
If you want it to be stealthier, you'll have to roll a real die in person rather than on the table.
There may actually be a way to quiet it.
Oh, a setting, probably.
Yeah, there's probably a setting. I can probably find it later. I think I'm
Yeah,
going
there's
to...
a
I'll look for it
manual
later.
setting and options.
Yep.
I'll look for it
Sorry
later.
for. Anyway, you were saying.
I'll look for it later. So,
Okay.
Felix, it is at this point you notice a commotion over in the over in the box where Kawhi and Ira were being held, and Crystal was there too, kind of keeping an eye on them and making sure they're safe. You notice a commotion over there, and so you look over there. You notice that Kawhi is gone, and Crystal and Ira are both freaking out. And you see the guards are in full swing trying to look for her.
Well, damn.
And Crystal now calls you on the comstone. And she says, you have to get over here quick. We have a situation.
I'm
what?
gonna take the long way and meet up with the rest of the party so we arrive together.
Yep.
And with that...
I mean, for you, taking the long way is the same as us taking the short way anyway, so...
With that, let's take a little break.
Sounds good.
About 5 minutes, say?
Sure.
Oh, good.
Sounds good.
And
Rehydrating.
we're back, and I need to make sure we have that on the screen. Good, thank you. OBS
didn't
is
do
weird sometimes.
Yeah, you forgot to put add in like right after these messages.
Oh, maybe I can add another scene on there. I don't know, I'll work on that later. And we're back, and...
Fuck. There we go.
Make sure you're on the right icon there. The right token. Nope, that's not here. You saw nothing.
She's just like on sitting down on the beach, taking a break.
That sounds fair. She's been through a lot. So, as we were leaving off, you had all just arrived at the box where Koi and Ira are being held, as the battle down below is still going on. Now it seems Tanoan is fighting that one, that two, but 7 blinks. Where does the Pharaoh keep? Where's the Pharaoh keep coming up with all these Mystimon? Yeah, he can handle it. He's fine.
It's a colosseum. It's supposed to be well stocked with monsters.
He's fine. He's fine. He's level 20-ish. He's fine. And
yeah, right now you're just getting paper cuts. That's all.
Yeah, you arrive here to find that Koi has gone missing.
Does she always go missing?
Ira says she doesn't know what happened. She says, I don't know what happened. At 1 minute she was fine. She was actually naming off all the Mystimon that keep coming out. And also talking about how upset they are. She was upset that they were upset.
She's probably out and about, calming the Mystimons down.
Yeah, and she kind of freaked out and ran off. And now make me one of you make me just a standard recall knowledge. We're going to say because you're just trying to remember back to something that one of your party members, one of your friends had already told you. Just make me a standard lore check, because you're just trying to remember something that one of your friends had already told you just recently.
I have a lore check for something one of my friends would have told.
And Tira?
Well, I can simply make a intelligence check.
Just any lore skill, it doesn't matter. So 25, 22, and 21. You all suddenly remember Tarek had told you that he told you before he left that Koi. So as you look at Ira, she has this black collar around her neck, and you know that is designed to inhibit her magic. And Kwai apparently is able to take hers off at will. It doesn't seem to work on her.
That's cheating.
So, you think that what happened here was Kwai took hers off and ran off, but something must have spooked her for her to do that? What do you think?
I suppose I can guess what that spook was.
That's probably a pretty good guess.
Do you want to share with the rest of the class?
I assumed everyone else had the same guess, but I mean, if no one else guessed Xulgoth, then, well.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair guess. It's a pretty fair guess that Xulgoth was what spooked her.
I guess I've just known Kawaii too long as a player.
Yeah. That does seem to be the one thing that she's afraid of. Is she's referred to him on several occasions as the bad man.
He's the boogeyman.
To her, yeah. And probably to anyone else who knows him. And Ira is kind of, she's freaking out. She's like, please let me help you find her.
I cast Destroy Magical Inhibitor Collar on Ira.
Crystal says she probably would be she probably would know best where Kwai might hide. So she turns to the guards and tries to persuade them to let her go for now to go help find Kwai, because she has the best chance at finding her. If anyone wants to help her try to persuade these guards. Oh, it was almost
do a good job.
It was almost out of 20.
Yeah.
Okay, look. I can...
24.
Sure, I mean, why not?
Evelyn can't come up with anything. We'll just say that. Tira, you seem to have a pretty convincing argument. What is your argument?
Well, we'll be close. We're gonna make sure that she doesn't run away. Does this collar have that certain restriction on it? So she can't go too far. She can't leave the colosseum or something.
Yeah.
Well, she ain't really going. She can't leave the colosseum anyways. So maybe find the other inmate. Air quotes. Right now, we can use her as our bloodhound. She knows where she is.
And they...
Not where she is, just how to find her.
Yeah, how to find her.
Yeah, and they seem persuaded by that. And they say, very well. Just make sure she doesn't escape your sight. And we will release her into your care.
Already? Did you give me the device? Like
No.
a shot caller?
No.
Oh!
Jeez, who do you think these people are?
I mean, they have some pretty archaic rules.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is very true. That is very, very, very true. And Stormbreak is very archaic and old-fashioned. This is very, very true. And as you said the other day, he deserves it. He deserves everything that's coming to him.
Yeah, maybe we should have grabbed Corey's collar and just hold on to it, because it ain't doing no good on her anyways.
Yeah.
And when we get the chance, we just slap it on him and just hit the button.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Well, he doesn't seem like the spellcasting type anyways.
Yeah, we just put a chain on it, just like say "arf" real quick. That's all. Just humiliate them.
And with that,
Let's go searching.
yeah, we all go searching. Try to find Kwai. And hope you don't find Xulgoth.
Round 2, fight. Except we don't have Bifrost getting knocked to pieces this time.
That is true. And we don't have Gareth to play card tricks.
We'll be okay.
We'll be okay without Gareth's card tricks.
Challenge him to a race. I'm sure he didn't spec into movement speed.
Well, you can teleport though.
Yeah, he can teleport. And he's got astral projection.
Hey, I can teleport.
Maybe you learned it from him.
Maybe.
Okay, enough with the shenanigans. Let's hunt this girl down. I didn't mean to kill her. I mean to find her.
And we found the kitty.
Not the kitty.
Not the kitty. Alright, so let us roll some perception checks. Ooh, we have a 31. That is the best roll of all. We also have a 25. That's a pretty good roll from Felix.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't spec into wisdom.
Oops.
And it's worse because I'm currently invested in one of the Mythos tomes, and so I get a -2 penalty to my
Oops.
wisdom.
Oops.
Oops.
At least he's not
Kidding.
insane. He's managed to regain his sanity over the past 4 months.
Correction, most of.
Most of his sanity. Yeah, he might still be muttering strange things every now and then. Breaking the fourth wall.
It was the best I came up with at the time, and I like it.
I like
And
it
it was a
too.
good bit.
I like it too. I want you to keep doing it, please. And with this, I'm going to give everyone a story point again. Let's see what more shenanigans we can get up to with that. And
What's the max per person we can have again? Was it 3?
Three.
All right.
And that's the maximum that I can have, too. Coincidentally.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do I see, hear, smell so far?
So you notice that the stands of the Colosseum aren't really that crowded. It's actually very sparsely crowded. There's not many people here, and all the people that are here, seem to be mostly nobles. And it seems like the majority of the people who would normally be here for something like this are currently outside protesting it.
Guess they wouldn't let them inside.
Yeah.
Or they're protesting, the stupid archaic law.
I mean, I assume they wouldn't let protesters inside to protest in the stands.
I mean, would you if you were like part of the Secret Service or something?
Okay, we're gonna try to avoid the nobles if we can. And also keep the eye out for Xulgoth.
Yeah, that might
Just
be a
he's
very good
somehow
idea.
involved.
That might be a very good idea. And in fact, with that 31, you catch a glimpse of him in the stands over on the other side of the Colosseum. And then he's like gone in a flash. And it looked like he was staring directly in your direction.
That son of a bitch.
Get.
Yeah, Tira ran into him before. She does not like him at all.
Dealing with an issue with the cat. Crap. There goes my privacy cover. Get off.
And since I saw that, I let others know that Xulgoth is also searching. So keep an eye out. No offense.
Everyone lets out a long sigh. I suppose I should have expected this from him.
Okay. With the
Yeah, he likes to be personally responsible in a lot of things.
Of course. Of course. He likes to have his hands in basically everything.
I learned that the hard way.
Oh, of course. You absolutely did.
Alright, we'll continue on moving. And hopefully that we get to the lost girl before Xulgoth does.
That would be a good idea. When you mentioned that you saw him, you see Iris visibly getting more freaked out. But at the same time, you also see a tinge of anger in her eyes. So,
Well, look at back at Ira or something. Well, you could. You have the right to be angry at that motherfucker. Uh, yeah, he's the cause of this.
so
On what I've gathered so far.
what was that?
Like, Tyra just tells Ira, is like, well, what I've figured out, what I was gathered so far, how manipulation, all this other, how this law, the reason why you got arrested, because of that guy. You got the right to be angry at him.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
he's the cause of your misery.
She tells you in no uncertain terms that when she finds him, she's going to kill him. Because it's not just about her, it's about Kwai at this point.
Your frustration is respectable and admirable, also, but
Is there any possible
master
way
with
that
not act with impulse if you can? Impulsiveness will lead you to your demise if you allow it to.
is it possible to undo that collar? Or there's a special key to it that the guards might have
You
it?
can make an Arcana check. That's a very good question. You can make an Arcana check.
Ooh, I can do this.
You can. Don't mess it up. Don't want to blow her head off or hit short.
I can do it.
Felix makes an Arcana check and he gets a 30. Looks like Evelyn is making an Arcana check. She gets a 20. Evelyn's not sure. I don't think she's really seen these things before.
I mean, and she definitely won't be anytime soon.
Well, you can see, just in a different way. And Tira, are you making an Arcana check? Tira makes an Arcana check and
Nope.
gets a 13. So, Felix, you think you might be able to pick the lock, so to speak? But at the same time, you kind of remember how Kwai seems to be able to take it off at will, and you remember that Ira is also a guardian, so maybe it's something about the guardian powers.
I was thinking it was more likely like she replaced herself with a flower and the caller couldn't tell the difference.
I mean, sure. That's one possible scenario.
Have no better guesses.
Oh, you saying it that way? It's just a liar. Ira has happen to have a flower in her hair.
Ira does have a flower in her hair. It's one that Kwai obviously gave her.
No,
Okay.
I'll backpedal this, and we'll go with the less unreasonable.
That maybe it has something to do with Kwai's guardian powers. That was how she was able to take it off.
Yeah.
And if she could do it, maybe Ira can too.
I will tell Ira. You know, perhaps it's her guardian powers of some way to use them to fool the caller? I don't know how good you are with your powers, Ira, but perhaps manifesting them somehow breaks its normal suppression? Something you could try at least.
She nods and she closes her eyes, and you kind of see her try to focus. And for a long moment, nothing happens. But then you notice parts of the collars start to frost up. And you see this frost sort of spreading along it. And then she kind of gives up.
I poke it.
You poke it. And you see pieces of the frost kind of fall off. But the collar doesn't seem damaged in any way. But there was definitely something happening.
I'll give her words of encouragement that it's working.
Okay. Does anyone else want to try to give her words of encouragement? I would say like a diplomacy. And what is that cat doing?
Yeah, diplomacy.
Yeah, probably not
This
Evelyn.
is where I say words.
What is the cat doing? I have no idea what that cat is doing. It seems she's found a
That is a
box.
skill that exists.
You know how cats are. They want attention.
It seems she's found a box. Again.
Boxes are great.
Certainly cats enjoy them, apparently.
Yeah, just forget about getting them toys. Just give them a box. It'd be good.
Also, because I don't want to keep these story points like hoarded, I have like Hand of the Mage now.
I mean, you've got story points to use. Use them.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to keep them hoarded. I had like 3 of them.
So use them.
Yeah, I got like Hand of the Mage, it's like a level 2. I don't know. Lets me cast Mage Hand.
So, Ira tries again, and you see her focusing, and after a long moment, the frost that had already started along the collar starts spreading more and more around the collar, and it suddenly just freezes up. The like ice starts spreading along it, not just frost, now ice starts spreading along it, and it is now like a big ring of ice, and it shatters.
Boy, do I hope we don't need that later.
I think we have the other color with us.
Yeah. And she says, all I did was focus on how much I wanted to protect Koi.
Well, speaking of sex, let's go find her.
Yeah, the first step in keeping her safe is finding her.
And she seems like she suddenly remembers something. Wait. This way. And she starts leading you towards a staircase that leads up to the upper level of the Colosseum. And she says, while we were here, she was talking about how she wanted to see the how the city looked from up top. And it leads you up the stairs, up to the upper level of the Colosseum. And as you look down in the stadium part, Tanawin looks like he's kind of getting tired out there. And it seems he's just defeated another Mystimon, and maybe another one is about to come out. You're not sure. And Ira leads you up to the top, and there you find Xulgoth. And he says, come out, wherever you are. I know you're here.
Wrong place.
I like this game. Oh, we've got guests. Oh, by the way, did I tell you how I got the scar? As he points to the scar over his eye. And Iris says, no, but I know how you got this one. And she launches an icicle shard straight at him, which catches him across the cheek. That one is for Koi.
Wait, he's real this time?
It seems
Felix
so.
exclaims.
It seems so.
So he's bleeding, so that means he's a real deal here.
Xulgoth now summons his skeletal amalgamation, this giant monstrosity of bones. It kind of rises up out of the earth below you, and it grabs her in its large skeletal hand. Naughty little girl, let us teach you respect for your elders, he says as he walks toward her. You know, it's curious, I could have gotten the little druid months ago, but you had to went and get my way. And now I can't continue my work until I remove you. I do all this work all to get that little girl, yet something always seems to come up. I had thought if I had just separated the two of you, that would do it, but no, it can never be that easy. Oh well, so much for killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here's just, you know what? Fuck you. Kinetic Slam. DC 23. 42 DC 23.
And it's a critical success. He's a high-level NPC here, a high-level enemy.
I was gonna say, he rolls a 2 and succeeds. But it's the thought that...
Yeah. He kind of brushes it off. Oh, that tickled.
It has been a while, Xulgoth.
Is there anything loose?
Indeed it has. Indeed it has. I didn't recognize you at first. I see you have found yourself on the wrong side of things. Pity.
At this point, I've learned to simply not listen to your babbling.
My babbling? Why, whatever you mean.
the, the
The thing where you use words and they don't make sense because you're crazy.
Oh, I'm hurt. I am hurt. And
I'm sorry, I don't have a follow-up for that one.
Crystal arrives next to you, and she says, "He can't touch her, can he?" That's what this has all been about. He can't touch Kawaii.
Why he can't touch Koi?
Something guardian powers! Ira, go hug him!
No, it's not that. For once, it's not her guardian powers.
we already tried to friendship no jutsu him back at the convergence. It didn't work.
Yeah, we kind of. Well.
Yeah. Xulgoth says,
And
"Ah,
not even a 20 helped that one.
Xulgoth says, "Ah, so the little niece has her mother's brains after all. Yes, it is quite annoying indeed. The little druid is protected, it would seem. But see, that protection was broken the night of the convergence. Or so it was." Anyone going to respond to that?
Well, we got your pet freaking locked away. You ain't getting that back.
Oh, who said it was locked away? It's merely sleeping. Take a little nap, that's all.
Not even I was told that could be a possibility. And at that time, I was by your side.
And how things change in so little time. And Crystal says, "Some magic is far greater than that of even Mystia. Kyrene always told me that, but yet I never quite knew what she meant." Does anyone
I suppose
respond?
so.
So I take it you finally have a revelation there?
Koi is warded. She was warded the night of the. She was warded before the night of the convergence. The convergence must have broken it somehow, but then the one thing he didn't see coming, the one thing he didn't expect. Do I have to spell it out for you?
No, I think we all understand. We can move on, right?
I can testify for that. Well, I cannot testify for him. He is quite the subject, but I can testify as a former member of the Scions that I at least wasn't expecting anything of the sort.
And she says, "I think now that word's spread to Ira. Notice how he's not actually touching her? He has his Eidolon doing it instead."
How strong is Island?
Well, as strong as he is.
That's an Eidolon for you. They are basically one and the same with their summoner.
Indeed they are.
All right. Well, at any rate, do you think we should go save the Ice Guardian?
I assume so. But Evelyn takes a step closer to Xulgoth. I really am curious. Have you never once had a thought about snapping out of this insanity? I've been where you've been before, and, well, I'm here. That's not to say your actions will ever be redeemed, but this is. I'm baffled. I really am.
Make me a diplomacy check.
Fuck you.
Well, not a terrible roll.
Yeah.
Not a terrible roll. He looks at you. You know, my father. You know, my father hated Xulgoths. He wanted to murder them.
Is that where you got it from?
Not entirely. Not entirely. Mud blood, he says in your direction, Felix.
Even for you, I expected better than to have such a childish attitude. I suppose my expectations aren't ever met when it comes to you, are they?
Childish? Oh, do you mean this one? And he motions to Ira, who he now has the Eidolon just toss aside, like she's nothing.
You just tossed to the floor, or she got tossed off the edge?
Toss to the floor. And at that point, you see Kwai jump out of where she was hiding behind a stone block or something. It's a very large stone block. And you see her just run over to Ira. Ah, so that's where she was hiding. It seems if I ever want to get to her, I need to use the one she loves.
I have never had the courage to say this to your face, but you are despicable.
You're one to talk. And he turns around. You know, it was all so easy to manipulate that blowhard fool Stormbreak. Such a fool he is. So weak-minded. So stuck in his ways. Stuck in the past. Seems he has an obsession with a certain psionic woman, too, but... so easy to manipulate. And Crystal motions to Felix and Tira. She motions to you, and she points to the stadium stands, the colosseum stands.
Okay. What do we see?
You see everyone looking in your direction.
I'm not too worried about it.
Crystal
Yeah, you know.
Crystal smiles. I cast Bullhorn. We all know how he loves to talk. You can take it from here. And she heads over towards Kwai and Ira and says, I'm going to get these two out of here.
So everybody heard your bullshit.
Ah, so the game's up. Such a clever girl. You are very, very clever, my niece. Much smarter than I gave you credit for. So, let's dance this dance.
Sure thing.
I suppose there's no other choice, is it?
Apparently not.
Roll initiative.
In true old me fashion, I ready my my bardiche.
Ready your bardoos against the deuce.
Deuce, dunce, same thing.
It's a 7-year-old joke from my Tanawin days, where I'd open every combat with "I ready my bow."
Oh,
Yep, that the
Because I'm
character,
sure everybody but Seth missed that.
the character down in the stadium floor fighting all those Mystimon right now. That's his previous character. His previous character.
Previous.
I see.
So it becomes a gladiator, huh?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, in this case, yeah. And we got 25 from Evelyn, 20 for Felix, and 32 for Tira. And I am going to start this with Tira. Start us off, please. I'm going to start this off with the party first. You got the jump on him.
Alright.
Go for it.
How far is he?
Oh, just 15 feet away.
Alright, I move in close. With my blade ready.
And he does have his skeleton amalgamation idol on. This giant mess of bones is even a bigger mess than he is. Mentally, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how far is his island?
His eidolon is just behind him, 5 feet.
Alright, I'm just getting close enough to try to strike him.
Okay. They do share HP. 25. As you go in here to strike at him. And I am going to call that one a hit. And she rolls 9 points of damage for Xulgoth.
Is this Eidolon's creature like looming over him a little bit?
Yeah, it is. Basically.
Alright, my second strike's going towards his Eidolon. So I got hit them both.
Alright, they do share HPs. So go for it. Oh, damn!
It was a nat 20, but it fell on an 8.
Damn! That is an 18, and that is a miss.
Well, that's all my action. You can't move back or step away for.
Yep.
Well, I can use my. Wait a minute. I already used my action. I can't raise shield. Unless I use it as a reaction.
So, Evelyn.
Alright,
And this is where Felix starts studying.
And now Evelyn gets a chance to strike at her old master.
Yep. I'm gonna, unsheath that sword cane. And it's a really pretty sword cane, by the way. And I'm gonna
Much like
go
his.
ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and start off with a spell strike. Why not?
Absolutely, why not? A spell strike.
And
what spell is this going to be?
Expanded spell. I'm gonna use. Let me check actually. I have a question. Is its Eidolon taller or higher in the air than me?
It is much taller than you. It's gigantic.
Nice.
But it's also out of the ground rather than out of the however high up.
No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm asking this because
Okay.
Because I want it to be bigger than me. I'm gonna run up to it and I'm gonna spell strike, draw the lightning.
Alright, go for it.
It is first let's roll the attack roll for the fuck is my oh there it is.
Nice roll. That is going to hit.
Alright,
that was almost a critical
4.
success. That was almost a critical success. And she does 14 points of damage.
Alright, now draw the lightning. Calling out to the sky, you summon a ball of lightning to strike through a fall above you and down to your, into your weapon or your body, charging it with electrical power. Plus your hold of your weapon on an empty hand aloft, press the spell summon any component, yada 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 yada. When you do a bolt of lightning sends from a storm cloud in the air above your and through the target. Okay, thanks. dealing 3d12 electricity damage with a basic reflex save. For the rest of the spell's duration, that's 1 minute, your first strike each round with the weapon you held aloft, or if you're an armor strike, if you held your empty hand aloft, use an additional 1d12 electricity damage.
Nice, nice.
If I have a question: Is it cloudy or stormy?
No, it is not. It is quite sunny here.
Damn it!
You are in the
Damn
middle of a desert.
You know, it
Colorado
was
is
worth the try.
the golden oasis of the desert.
It was worth the try.
It was worth a
Indeed,
try.
it was.
And
Basic reflex save.
okay, basic reflex save, and it makes it so that's going to be half damage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oops. There we go. And is that your turn? Or do you have more actions?
It is.
Okay, that is her turn. Felix.
Alright. Well, we are going to open. I assume Tira is still within 30 feet of me.
Is
Since
she?
we probably started close together.
Yeah, I moved 15 feet, so I'm not half
Yeah.
par.
So
Yeah.
should be at most 25.
Yeah.
So I am going to share pain with Tira. The target takes half damage from all effect, and I take the remainder.
Nice.
So we are now a combined hit point pool of well over 100 points of damage.
Alright, let's go ahead and... I'm going to just put that on there as not really an effect, but just something to let us know. To
A
remind
reminder.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
Share pain... Tira...
To feel it. It is one directional, as far as I am aware. Yes.
Right?
And then, with my remaining action, I will close the gap.
Alright. Sure.
Coming up right alongside Tira.
Sure.
And that will be it for me.
Nice. And now for Xulgoth. Now we know how this it ended for Bifrost. We all remember that.
Oh, geez. Yeah, but Bifrost didn't have as much as hit points like we do now.
Yeah, we have a lot of hit points, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have that. He didn't have that many hit points in the first place.
Hey, Casey, can you come over here for a second?
Because Casey has so much more hit points.
Casey has 106 hit points.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But, they are not here right now.
No, they are not. They are at the palace. Alright, so Xulgoth is going to make a ranged spell attack check on Evelyn. Now, how dare you hurt my dear, dear friend?
Didn't expect this.
And that is going to be... That is going to be 24 to hit.
That is exactly my AC.
Alright.
I don't like that sound effect.
This might be bad.
Alright.
So, he just cast Chilling Darkness. And he shoots out an utterly cold ray of darkness tinged with negative energy. With shadow energy. And he deals 5d6 cold damage plus 5d6 evil damage if the target is celestial. And you are not celestial.
Yep.
Thank the gods for that.
Good thing Niven's not here.
So you take 25 cold damage.
Alright.
Nice knowing you.
You know, at least it's not bludgeoning.
Yeah, your Glad don't really do too well with bludgeoning damage.
Cries in bludgeoning weakness.
How close?
How close what?
Okay, so I'm pretty much within striking range of it. I can use shield block. Is it possible I can use my shield block to like block most of that damage with my shield? At least reduce it down to 5. Because the shield hit points is 20.
So you want to know if you can shield block for her?
Yeah. Okay, he's right. Because I'm right on him. So it might throw off the damage or something.
Mm-hmm.
You snap your shield in place into a ward or off a blow. Your shield prevents you from taking an amount of damage up to the shield's hardness. You and the shield each take any remaining damage, possibly breaking or destroying the shield.
Alright, you know what? I like this. I'm going to go ahead and allow it. You are defending your ally.
Shield hit point is 20. Shield BT is 10. Shield hardness is 5.
So that protects me from how much damage?
5. Right?
Alright.
Yeah, reduce the amount of damage up to the shield's hardness. So
5.
5 is alright.
So you take 20 instead of 25.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And the 20 points, actually, 5. So my shield HP should be like down to 15 now because I kind of shield some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, how lovely. You're fighting for each other. How lovely. You're defending each other. How disgusting.
Like you have room to speak.
Tira.
Chaos does not forbid companionship.
How about I give you another scar?
Another one beyond the one that Ira just gave him.
Yeah, but it's gonna be across his mouth.
Oh, you're gonna give him a smile.
Yeah, make sure he got an ear to ear. Make sure his teeth should smile. So give it a nice deep cut.
All right, that is going to hit definitely, and that is 4 points of damage.
Now you got 2 more scars, cheek to cheek. Then my second attack, I'm going for the Eidolon.
All right.
Apparently not too tall.
Too tall.
Too tall.
So she has jokes. I tell you, did you hear about the one where the Eidolon and the summoner it walked into a bar? Evelyn.
I'm gonna recharge my spell strike. I'm gonna cast True Strike on myself.
All right.
And I'm gonna cast Dimensional Assault on Xulgoth.
Dimensional Assault. What does this one do?
It annihilates the opponent and removes him from the plane of existence.
If only. If only.
You tumble through space, making a short dimensional hop to better position yourself for an attack. Teleport to any square in range that's within reach of a creature, and then make a melee strike against one creature within your reach. The range is half my speed.
Alright.
So 15.
So you teleport 15 feet away.
Yep.
And strike at him.
Mm-hmm. If you would not like me to strike your friend, then well, here's the alternative. So I'm gonna roll the strike with fortune because it's True Strike.
Alright. Fortune is it allows her to roll twice and take the.
I accidentally rolled 2d20.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can just take the better roll, which is the 16 plus 15. 31. And that is going to hit. It's basically a Pathfinder 2e's version of advantage from 5e. There's also other ways of doing fortune, by the way. And that is 7 points of damage to Xulgoth.
And as she strikes, I want to note this is the first time he's seen her smile.
So she can smile after all. And that is her turn, right?
Yep.
Felix.
Next turn I get a spell strike, Bog.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna be covering for Bifrost a little bit.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Are we going to summon a Nako?
No, I'm simply making sure everybody's health is topped up.
Oh.
Is Evelyn within touch reach of me?
Yeah.
Alright. So then a 1-action natural healing, which is the psionic equivalent of heal.
Yeah.
Down to the dice and numbers.
Alright.
So this one's going to be 2d6. Or no, 2d8.
Bog.
2d8 of healing to 3 points of healing to Evelyn.
Very disappointing.
Almost minimal.
It happens.
If only
Yeah,
you could
it does
story point
happen.
that.
Looks at the previous roll.
You know, if I, yeah, if I end up surviving this by 3 health, well, I know who to thank.
All right, we'll see how it pans out.
We will see. Alright, so...
And then I could really use some extra turns.
Haste?
The psionic equivalent of haste on myself.
Time dilation hasted.
You dilate the flow of time around the target to act faster. It gains the quickened condition and can use the extra action each round only for a strike and stride action.
Okay. Let's see. Here it is.
And those are going to be my 3 actions for this turn.
Now Xulgoth. And he's going to pull out his own sword cane. And he's going to turn to Evelyn and says, "Let's put a smile on that face." Oh dear.
I thought I was the blind one. There's already a smile.
Thank you, I was about to make that joke.
And how is... let's see...
An 82 to hit.
Not quite that high.
Yeah, it's just a 45.
It's just 38.
That is a crit, yeah.
That is a crit. Oh no.
Alright, time to deal 44 damage.
More like that plus 6. 15 points of damage to Evelyn.
I mean, okay, cool. I'm fine with that. Let me just...
Total of 30.
No, I didn't. I didn't need to pull up a calculator to know what 17 plus 15 was. No.
That's okay. I can do math in my head, but I can't draw for crap. So, we're even.
Yes. Yes, Cyber is definitely the most logical-minded person I know. And let's see, Xulgoth is now going to aim his sword cane at Felix. Shit. Xulgoth just rolled a 20 on the die.
Alright, but did it hit?
I want to remind everyone that you can use hero points to make the GM reroll something.
Yes, you can.
But it costs 2.
Do you want to do
think
that?
I'm out. Alright, how dying am I?
Okay,
Slashing.
can I give up one of my story points to someone else?
Can I use my reaction to raise the shield, try to block some of that damage? Just 5 points of it. But any remaining damage I have... My shield has 20 hit points, so any remaining damage would destroy my shield if it's more than 20.
You can pull your story points together, yes.
Alright, I have one. Who else wants to add to the...
Alright, I will spend my last point for it.
Alright, reroll that one, Seth.
Alright. And this one is probably going to miss. It's 23.
That actually still hits me.
At least
Not
not
a
as
crit,
bad. At least not as
No.
bad.
Not a crit.
And we can ignore the crit table there.
I need to have a talk
This
with
didn't
my.
happen. This didn't happen.
I still want to use my ration to raise a shield. Reduced by 5.
And that is going to be 17 points of damage, and you're going to defend him, and that is going to be 12. So we saved Felix's butt.
Just a little bit.
And Tira's at the same time, because you're sharing pain.
Sharing pain only protects Tira's health pool.
Oh.
I still take the full for things that hit me.
And Tira.
But I don't get the resistance that I just picked up for being attacked by an eldritch abomination, do I?
No, unfortunately, Xulgoth is not an eldritch abomination.
Alright. Worth a try.
He is just a human with unusual powers and spells and spellcasting and stuff. Tira.
Alright. I'm gonna add more decorations to his face.
It's a blank canvas.
Not entirely blank.
Yeah, he started with a
sense.
scar over his eye, and then he got a scar over his on his cheek from Ira, and
On his cheek. It doesn't scar instantly.
Now you got a Joker smile.
It's a blank canvas in a metaphorical sense.
but that is a miss.
Can I use a hero point to make a hit?
A story point, yeah, sure.
You can make.
You can use one to
re-roll
re-roll
it.
it. Whether it'll make it hit, that's another question.
Well, it did. It did make it hit. This time. You've had so many times when it actually made the roll worse.
Yeah.
It went the opposite direction. It made it miss more.
How far is it, Evelyn?
Evelyn is.
Is he on the other side of Felix, or is by my side?
Evelyn is on the other side of Felix.
I'm sorry I'm in the way. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm going to use my remaining actions. I'm going to use 2 actions to make it a range.
All right.
See, reach up 30 feet, heal little creature, increase hit points, restored by 8.
Okay. So you're going to restore her health by 8?
Yeah, give me a second. I forgot to set it up.
No problem.
That's my turn.
Don't you still roll it if you're doing natural healing? Yeah.
No.
It's restores 1d8 hit points, and then increase the hit points restored by 8.
Yeah, but I use a range. The range used the full 8. Range is max.
Okay, I thought it was increasing it by that much based
No,
on how it reads.
no. If I heighten it, then I would increase the die by touch.
Okay.
And 2 actions I use with a 30 feet comes a ranged spell. Healing a living creature increases hit points restored by 8. Just
I-
like
Also,
the heal spell.
Okay.
so I wasn't applying the +1
Somatic
of the
verbal.
+1 striking sword cane, but now I fixed that.
Somatic verbal. The spell has a range of 30 feet. If you're healing a living creature, which she is, increase the hit points restored by 8. So it is actually a base 1d8, and it's 1d8 plus 8, basically.
Okay, I can roll additional d8 on top of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Better than nothing, though.
Better than nothing.
It is.
10.
I'm back at 52 health instead of 32.
Yes. And it is Evelyn's
But,
turn.
Starting off, I'm gonna smack him.
Smack him indeed, and that misses.
Gotta
Unfortunately.
hit in order to smack him.
Yeah,
And second of all, I'm gonna
it's
cast
like you're playing
Mirror Image.
whack-a-mole. Mirror image. Ooh, what does this one do? Anything like
It's anything like the mirror images that I remember. I'm happy.
It whenever I get hit, but not critically hit, they roll a 1d4, and on a 1 it actually hits. On anything else, it does not. And it takes 1 out of the dice, so it becomes a 1d3, then a 1d2, and then it actually hits me.
It is. Oh, I'm so happy.
Magical hats!
You were always a fan of illusions, were you not? What do you believe of this one?
Ah, lovely! You have been paying attention!
I'm glad you noticed. Yeah, I have. There's 4 of them now.
And we passed the book, because I'm sure that's Evelyn's turn.
Yep.
Felix.
Alright. Well, I don't feel like I need to cast another heal on Evelyn or myself this round. So, we're gonna pour it all into potential damage.
Okay.
Actually, not all into damage. Some of it should be into defenses. So we're going to start with a shield.
Alright.
Which does not heighten. It's not the right school. So that's a +1 circumstance bonus to AC for this turn, and lets me raise a psychic shield without having to use a hand.
Okay.
Where would that go? I missed. Alright. So that is one of my 3 regular actions. My second regular action going to be casting Zephyr Strike on myself, which gives me a 10-foot increase to my speed.
When you attack, you gain an additional 10 feet.
Okay.
When you hit. I probably have to reword that.
Once before the power ends, you can give yourself a status bonus equal to half your level rounded up to a weapon attack roll on my turn. which would be 4. I am going to use it on my attack. No, that one. This. And hope I don't roll a 2.
That is going to hit.
Alright. The attack deals, in addition to its regular damage...
12.
An additional 2d4 force damage on a hit.
16.
Whether you hit or miss, your speed doubles for that movement action.
Yeah, if you go move, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
going
it
to move
kicks in.
this turn.
You are going to move this turn?
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I am handy where I am.
All right.
Well, unless you want to go in circles around him a few times and back to your spot.
Oh my god.
And then, since I don't think I have another spell I want to cast for one action, I will see if I can manage to hit him with my second attack. Hey!
She says, I can't wait till Felix specs into unarmed attacks. And that is going to be another hit. What the hell?
Alright.
Ouch.
Can I
Ouch.
just say? Can I just say? Nice.
Oh, wow.
Alright. Yes, you can. I'll let you.
Nice.
Alright. And that would be slashing damage, and that would be all 4 of my actions. How long do I have 4 actions again? Anyway, combat can continue while I look at a multitude of rules.
Xulgoth now turns around towards the stadium and he says, and so it begins. But as you wait for whatever he's planning here, nothing seems to happen, and then he starts looking at his watch on his wrist, and then he pulls out some device out from his pocket. He keeps pressing a button, shaking it. Sometimes you gotta do everything yourself.
Attack of opportunity.
Go ahead. Go. Do you have attack of opportunity? Do you?
I do not.
I also do not.
Does Tira?
I'm looking real quick.
Do Scions even get attack of opportunity?
I can... Psych Warrior can get access to fighters' feats. But I don't. Oh, crap. I had Power Attack. I can use that.
And then he says, ta-ta for now. And he teleports.
I spit before he disappears.
Roll
a
an
ranged attack check.
Yes, roll a ranged attack check. Let's see if you hit him.
I just spit right in his face before he disappears.
Let's see if you hit him.
I say we make it a basic reflex save. No, we made it. That's a joke. His reflex DC is probably like insane.
It is pretty insane. And that is 26. It does hit him.
Let's go.
Have a story point too, although you're probably not going to get a chance to use it. I'm sorry. That is where I'm going to end today's session. To be continued next time.
Man, I want to spell strike next turn.
All right, I want to spit the hero point just to make sure where I wanted that spit to go, right in his mouth.
It's canon.
To be continued.
It's canon. We're doing it.
Alright, fine, it's canon.
It's canon. Had to take a long spit.
It got in his mouth. Gross.
Spit of spit.
Gross.
Hope he's gagging on the other side.
I hope no one lost their dinner over that. So,
I hope that did.
to be
Hope he did.
continued. To be continued next time. Our next Saturday session is going to be on the 26th. The next stream session will be on Tuesday, on the 22nd.
Not the 15th.
Not the 15th.
Okay.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from
All
now.
right.
So,
Figured I'd help clarify.
absolutely. So, thank you everyone for joining us. We will see you next time.